Hi, thanks for watching. My name is Zoe and I'll be leading a short yoga practice this morning. We'll be starting standing, so you'll want a space where you have enough room around you to open your arms out to the sides, step your feet out to the sides, and also bend over the legs without running into anything. And then we'll be seated at the end of the practice. I have a chair to sit on. You might find a chair or a stool, or if you're sitting on the floor, a blanket or pillow to support your hips might be most comfortable. Once you have everything together, go ahead and find a place that's comfortable to stand in. Bring your feet about hip-width apart and let your hands rest at your sides. And you can close your eyes. We'll just take a few moments here to get settled. You're breathing in and out through your nose. And at first, don't control your breath at all. See if you can feel it as it comes in and out. You're just aware of the breath. I want you to feel your breath moving as though it's moving on its own. You're not pulling it in and pushing it out. There's just this flow happening that you're aware of. And we'll be doing a breathing exercise called Ujjayi breath. We'll just be doing it on the exhalation. So each time you inhale, you'll just continue to breathe in through your nose like normal. And then as you exhale, you'll make a soft sound in the breath. And that sound helps you focus on the breath. It also helps you manipulate the breath a little bit. And the way we're going to start this sound is actually through the mouth, just to practice. So you'll breathe in through your nose like normal. And as you exhale, you'll say ha, but in a whisper. So it sounds like you'll breathe in through your nose and you'll whisper the word ha. Let it last the whole exhale. Do that a couple more times. And you can have your eyes closed. You're listening to the quality of the sound as you exhale. Let it become really steady and smooth. Do one more breath just like that. So we'll continue making the sound on the exhale, but now you'll be making it through your nose. So you'll breathe in through your nose like normal. And when you breathe out through your nose, see if you can keep that sort of whispery sound or that sensation in the throat. It doesn't need to be very loud, and it doesn't need to be forced at all. It's just a sound that's enough for you to hear and feel. So again, it gives you something to focus on as we're working with the breath. Try a few more breaths like that. Just like when you made the breath through the mouth, you're listening to the sound of the exhale, letting it become really steady. Do one more breath that way. And we're going to sustain this breath through the practice and add some movement to it. On your next inhale, go ahead and lift your arms up. You'll take them to a wide V shape. And then as you exhale, you'll lower your hands back down. So each time you breathe in, you'll lift your arms up. You'll take them to a shape that's big enough that you can feel the breath come in. And as you exhale, you'll lower your hands down. You can have your eyes closed for this if you like. You can keep that sound in the breath and the exhale. One more just like that. Good, we're going to keep moving this way, so you'll breathe in and lift the arms, breathe out and lower the arms. You can close your eyes if you want. I want you to see if you can let the breath start and then the movement follows. So you feel your inhale start, if you feel it in the nose or feel it lift the chest, and then your arms begin to lift along with the breath. For the exhale start, and then the arms begin to lower. More just like that, following your own breath. One more that way. After this one, you can rest your hands at your sides. Take a couple of breaths. We're going to move into Uttanasana. It's a forward fold. I'll turn to the side so you can see better. You can stay like you are. So same movement with the arms. You'll begin the inhale. You'll take your arms up. And then you'll begin the exhale and you'll fold over your legs. You can let your knees bend slightly. You'll begin your inhale and take your arms to that wide V shape and lift the upper body. Come all the way back up to standing. And you'll exhale and lower your hands down. Good. Do another one. Come blurry, it looks like. You'll begin the inhale, lift your arms up. You'll begin your exhale and pull forward over your legs. Breathe in and lift the arms and upper back, stretching the fingertips and top of the head forward as you come up. Then you'll exhale and lower down. About 4 more just like that. Breathe in and take the arms up. You'll breathe out and fold over your legs. You'll let your inhale start. You'll feel it lift your body, you'll lift the arms and back and come along with it. And you'll exhale and take your hands down. Again, that way. Keeping that soft sound in your exhale. So the next time we're going to stay in that forward fold for a couple of breaths. You'll breathe in and take your hands up. Then you'll breathe out and you'll fold forward over the legs. Let your hands rest at the bottom. Then you'll stay here and you'll breathe in and out for 2 breaths. You breathe in, you'll feel the body expand slightly. You'll breathe out through your nose with that sound in the breath. You can feel your back lengthen as your head drops toward the floor. Take 1 more breath in and out here. And then on your next inhale, you'll come all the way back up, letting the breath begin and coming all the way back up to standing. If you'll breathe out and lower your hands down. So we're going to do that a few more times, staying for 2 breaths each time in the forward fold. Keeping that sound in your exhale so you still feel the breath, you feel it leave at a steady, soft pace. Do one more like that. And then as you finish this one, you can rest your hands by your side, have your eyes closed, just take a couple breaths. You're still breathing in and out through your nose. See if you can keep that same exhale sound, so that same whispery sound in the exhale. Camera. When you're ready, we're going to step the feet out wide. A good rule of thumb is about as wide as your hands stretch out, and your toes are pointing in about the same direction. We're going to do a little bit of a twist here. First, we'll just move the arms a little bit and the upper body. When you're ready, you'll breathe in and take the arms out to the sides. And then as you breathe out, you'll turn to one side and you'll kind of wrap the arms around you. So the front hand comes toward your shoulder. The back hand can rest on your back or even your hip. You'll breathe in and take the arms out to the sides and come back to the middle. And you'll breathe out and go to the other side. So we'll do this a couple more times. You'll let the inhale lift you and bring you back to the center. You begin the exhale with that soft sound and it draws you into this twisting position. You can have your eyes opened or closed here. As you're twisting, you can kind of watch this hand that's wrapping around the front so your head turns slightly toward your shoulder. Do one more on each side, just like that. Let your shoulders be fairly relaxed, so this twisting movement's coming from the spine, not from the arms. Good. This time you'll exhale, just drop your hands down. Take a breath. So you can do that same movement several more times, or you can come into more of a forward fold. A forward fold is going to require a little more back strength. So if it's uncomfortable for your back as you come into it or come back out the first time, just stay with this upright version. It's still really effective. So when you're ready, you'll breathe in and you'll take your arms up like before. And as you exhale, you'll either simply twist or you'll twist and fold forward toward the opposite leg. And your top hand can rest on your back. You'll breathe in and come up. And you'll breathe out and go to the other side. And that top hand can rest on your back. So we'll do a few more like this from side to side. And you're either folding forward as you twist or you're just turning to the side. The next time you'll stay on each side for one breath. So you'll exhale and you'll go to the side, keeping that soft sound in your breath. And then you'll stay on that side and breathe in and out. You'll breathe in and come back to the middle. You'll breathe out and you'll go to the other side and you'll stay there for a full breath. And we'll continue that way a couple more times on each side. So one breath each time. Breathing in through the nose. You're breathing out through the nose with that soft, whispery sound. Let's do 2 more on each side. 2 more sets. Again, the twisting comes from the movement in the spine. We'll do one final twist to that second side. And as you finish that one, you'll come back up, relax your hands down as you exhale, and step your feet closer together. You have your eyes closed, take a couple breaths, just checking in, noticing how you feel. And we'll do one more standing posture here. This one is called Utkatasana, or chair pose. And I'll show you a couple different variations. So the first variation we'll do, you're just going to be sitting the hips back, like you're sitting into a chair behind you. You'll breathe in and take your hands up. As you breathe out, you're bending the knees so that you sit the hips back, let the hands stretch out, and then they drop down towards your legs. Then you'll breathe in and take the arms forward, press through the legs, and come all the way back up. And you'll breathe out and lower the hands down. So that's option 1. Option 2 is a little deeper. You'll breathe in and take your arms up. You breathe out, and this time you're going to set the hips all the way down toward the heels. Lower the hands down. And you'll breathe in, again, lift the arms, press through the leg, come all the way up, and breathe out and lower down. We've got 4 more. So choose the option that works best for you. You're still keeping that whispery sound in your exhale. The hips either just sit back or they come down toward the heels. So 2 more, this posture. What we're looking for is some length here in the lower back. Keeping that sound in your exhale. Still having the sense that your breath starts and then the movement comes. One more this way. And then as you finish this one, again, your eyes closed, just take a couple of breaths. When you're ready, you'll come to a seated position on your chair or cushion. So once you're seated, again, you can close your eyes if that's comfortable. We'll just rest here for a moment. Let your breath be free. Then we're going to start that sound in the breath again. If it's really challenging to make that sound, that whispery sound in your exhale with the mouth closed, go ahead and just say ha and that whisper with the mouth open. So you're either going to be breathing in and out through the nose, and every exhale you have a soft whispery sound, or you'll be breathing in through the nose, and as you exhale, it'll sound like. We're going to breathe like this for a little while. So you can close your eyes. Each time you breathe in, the breath is free. Just feel it coming in. Each time you breathe out, there's a soft, whispery sound in the breath, and you feel the breath is very smooth and has sort of a softness to it. I'd like you to count your breath, and just counting at a regular pace that fits it easily. You'll be counting your inhale and your exhale. We're going to start with the inhale and exhale being the same length. So maybe start with your inhale, and as you breathe in, just count how long your inhale takes. And then as you exhale, see if you can match that length. So your exhale starts the same length as your inhale. And take a few breaths like that. So maybe you inhale and you count to 4. And then when you exhale, you let the exhale leave at the same pace it came in. So you count to 4 on the exhale as well. Do one more breath like that. In the next breath, you'll exhale for 1 or 2 counts longer. So you'll breathe in for the same count. Maybe it was 4, maybe it was a different number. And then you'll exhale and you'll add 1 or 2 counts to that. So your exhale is just starting to get a little longer than your inhale. Take another breath that way. Your exhale is still soft and steady. So that sound, that whispery sound, you can hear each time you breathe out. And then the next breath, you lengthen your exhale again by 1 or 2 counts. We'll do this again if you like. You want your exhale maybe twice as long as your inhale, not any longer than that today. So you'll keep inhaling for that same length of times from the very beginning. Your exhale progressively gets longer until it's twice as long as your inhale. We'll do this for about 7 or 8 more breaths. So keep breathing this way. Your inhale is free, but you're counting it, so almost keeping it at the same pace. As you exhale, the exhale has gotten progressively longer. The sound is still steady and smooth. as you do this, see if you can keep the sense that you're not exactly controlling the breath. You're breathing in and you're just sort of witnessing it come in at that same pace. And as you breathe out with that soft sound in the breath, again, you're just kind of a witness to this. You're not forcing it to be a certain way. Take about 4 or 5 more breaths like this. Take one more breath this way. And as you finish the last breath, let go of all conscious control of the breath. So your eyes are still closed, breathing in and out through your nose. There's no sound, there's no counting. You're just watching the breath come in and out again, all on its own. Imagine that you're at the ocean. And it's right before dawn. You're at the ocean right before dawn. The sky is just beginning to lighten. You might imagine the sounds around you, the way it feels. Whatever comes to mind is fine. Just take a moment and let yourself be there. And as you feel your breath move in and out without your control, I want you to imagine that the water is also moving in and out at the same pace. So as your inhale is coming in, the water comes towards you across the beach. And then as your exhale leaves, the water is moving away. So as you feel the inhale come in, feel the water come toward you. And as you feel the exhale leave, you feel that the water is moving away. We'll stay with this idea for a few more breaths. If it's comfortable, you might even imagine how the water feels. So as you breathe in and the water comes towards you, maybe there's a feeling it gives you. And as you breathe out and the water moves away, maybe there's a feeling that as well. You're just concentrating on the sensations that are present in your mind and on watching this pattern of movement that pairs with your breath. Take a few more breaths this way, just being with this feeling of the water, the ocean. And over the course of the next several breaths, I want you to imagine that the sun begins to rise. The sky is getting lighter, the sun is beginning to rise. Maybe you imagine how it looks, or you imagine the warmth of it. So you have the water moving with your breath, and a sense that the sun is beginning to rise. Take a couple more breaths this way. And if this feeling or the sensations present are interesting to you, stay with it as long as you like. When you're ready to close your practice, you can have your hands on your lap, and as you exhale, just slide forward, reaching your hands down toward your feet, let your head drop. And then as you breathe in, you'll come back up. And just doing this a few times. And letting your breath kind of flow freely and following that movement. As you exhale, you'll move forward over the legs. And as you inhale, you'll come back up. And that's our practice this morning. Thanks so much for watching. You can subscribe to my channel to be alerted about new videos that come out. And feel free to share with others that you think might find this useful. Have a wonderful weekend. Namaste.